guys, I'm Aussie Villa and welcome to episode 120 of Raise the Holte, our bid for world domination with Aston Villa. And today we have two huge games. We have a game against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League where we really need to win to make sure we have a chance of topping the group. And then we go away to Old Trafford to face Manchester United in the league. And again, to keep pace with Liverpool on top of the table, we do need to try and make sure we get the 3 points there as well. Now, since last episode, just the one game against Fulham. Now, it looks on the surface of things like a nice, comfortable win. I mean, in a way it was. You can see the match, the players played, the player ratings here are quite good, but it was very much an open game, and we did ride our luck a little bit defensively at times. You can see Mosley played well. So it wasn't as comfortable as it looked, but the lab, Nick Roberts and Grealish got the goals for us. It was a bit of a rotated team as well. You will notice that Dali is playing at right back, and the reason for that is that, remember when I said we only had two right backs, and if we got an injury, we'd be in a little bit of problems? Well, Kostic has got himself an injury. It's out for about a month, a damaged kneecap. Which means we are fully reliant on Fiorini as the as the right back. He was match fatigued for that one. I wanted him to make sure he was fresh for the upcoming games here in any case. So Dali played right back. Did okay, to be fair. So we might need to try and, against the lesser teams, make sure that we're giving Fiorini a rest because that's not ideal. But this is how the league tables look. You can see we are only a point behind Liverpool, but they do have a game in hand. So that's not ideal. But the game in hand is against Everton, so there's always a chance that local pride will come in there for us and Everton can get some points off them. Manchester United sitting down there in 5th, 6 points behind us as things stand right now. But yeah, if we ideally we need to try and get 3 points there, but it's not going to be easy. And you can see the Champions League group right there. We've put ourselves in a bit of a mess because we did lose to Atletico Madrid last time out, of course. So we need to try and make sure we are rectifying that here. So we are the favourites for this one, even though they did win, of course, at their place. I'd like to think we've learnt from our mistakes from that game, though. Simeone is the manager, as we saw last time, a direct, balanced playing mentality. This is how they played against us last time, a 4-4-2. I'm not convinced they're going to go like this at this time as well. The scouts didn't sort of suggest that. You can see though that there is definitely spaces to play sort of in the channels and perhaps in behind the fullbacks as well. There's their passing network and key passes. Let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. And lessons have been learnt. We're going to go with the DM for this one. So it's Gaz Mosley in goal. It's Nepo, Rodrigo, Forster and Fiorini as a back four. Tonali, Silla and Leroy in midfield. Marin and what's his name? Rashid Umagar, or however you say that, is down the wings. And Chris Hughes goes up top. So they have changed things as expected. Now, having seen this, I think this may be how we're expecting them to play last time, and now I'm wondering if we should go with a number 10. We do have the ability to change things, of course. We have Enrique on the bench, so we can change things if necessary, but we'll see how we go here. Pick up where they left off last time. I mean, we were okay last time. We should be winning this one comfortably. Play well. I don't want that. Let's give the fans a performance. Let's give the Villa faithful a performance. We owe them after the away leg here, of course. Yeah, so let's see how we can do here. There is a Goals of the Month at the end of this episode as well for all the best goals of last month, so stick around for that if you're interested in seeing that. But yeah, let's see what we can do here. The mistake that we made last time out was not having the DM, wasn't it? They were playing 4-4-2 in that game. We did see we improved dramatically. There's Tonali can't quite direct that header goalwards. Well, it was goalwards, but not into the back of the net. Here we go again. Fiorini in for Tonali. Deep cross. Marin's there, and it's looped over. It was a tight angle. It was not really a chance. He's not much of a hope of beating the goalkeeper from there. So here we go. 60% possession. They haven't had a shot as of yet, but here comes their first shot, I dare say. Oh, it's off the post, and Silla hacks it clear. Boys, come on. If we were to lose this game, needless to say, we will not be topping the group. A draw takes us out of our hands, and it's not going to be a draw because Rashid's opened the scoring. 3rd goal of the year for him. He hasn't had a classic year, to be fair to him. He's been a little bit disappointing at times, but he's popped up with a really, really important goal there. Good ball in from Silla, and Rashid just pulling off the near post and heading it back towards goal. Marin running dangerously close to goalkeeper interference there, I would suggest. But it wasn't given. We go again from the corner, and it's Rashid again, and again. It's almost into the back of the net for the second time. Off the, look like the little sanction thing, the corner of crossbar and post, and we did that far away from doubling our lead. Here we go again, Alpha Silla. We need to make these count. Jeff Hughes, doesn't matter who it is, it's Rashid with a second goal. It's Chris Hughes. Where am I getting Jeff Hughes from? It's Rashid, though, with his 2nd of the game, 4th of the season, doubles our lead, and we will take that. Thank you very much, boys. Hughes with the flick on, back post, Rashid with a nice finish to make it 2-0. And we're getting a nice little bit of revenge here for that away defeat, aren't we? Now, because Atletico Madrid drew Ajax earlier in the group, so that's why they're only a point ahead of us despite having beat us. Here's Leroy! Oh! It's offside! Someone there is obviously in front of the goalkeeper. Let's have another look at it if we can. Who is the Muppet that did that? It's about 3 of them, isn't it? It's one of these two. It's Marin or it's Hughes. Oh, such a shame. It was a really good strike from Leroy. And again, we go from the corner. And again, it's back post, but it's well claimed this time by Oblak. And that will be the highlight, is it? Or are we going to continue on here? They've gone long. We're back there. Fiorini brings it down nicely. What can we do? It's a bit of an aimless ball forward, to be fair. That wasn't great. Come on, boys. Hughes, put pressure on him, mate. Put pressure on. They've lumped it forward themselves. Fiorini again. Nice, calm, composed. Across to Rodrigo. Look at your man in here. There we go. He's found Leroy. Leroy, a bit of a heavy touch, but he keeps it under Hughes' control. It's Marin. Marin goes on his run. Marin, oh, wonderful ball for Rashid on a hat-trick. Is that a penalty? No, it's a stunning tackle is what it is. And again, this highlight continues. And again, we find ourselves perhaps in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, they've done nothing all game, and they've got one back. That's the first we've seen of them, really. They had one. Well, to be fair, they had that corner that we hacked off the line. But that's really the first open play attacking move we've seen from them. Most of ours have been set pieces as well, so maybe we're being harsh. But, oh, Gaz, could you have done better there, mates? Not the best goalkeeping we've seen from Gaz, but that's okay. That's okay. We've dominated the game. It shouldn't be close. It really shouldn't. But, like I say, a lot of ours have been from corners and set pieces. But you've got to, they've all been attacking set pieces. And obviously a corner means you've had a shot on goal. So, that is what it is. It's, what do we say? Is it don't get complacent? A lot of these match ratings aren't great, though. I'm going to say I'm not happy. We've got a lot of 6-6s and 6-7s in there. And that's not what we're about, boys. We will just send them back out. Hopefully we can. If we can get this lead back, get a nice 2-goal lead back, it just keeps us a little bit safe. A draw is really a bit of a nightmare scenario here for us, isn't it? Because it does mean that it's out of our hands, and the rest of the group isn't the strongest from what we've seen so far. Although Ajax did take points off them, and they gave us a game as well. So, they're not easy teams, that's for sure. Marin is having a surprisingly off day now with Rodrigo on the bench. That's a temptation. It's a little bit too great for me, I think. So we might make that change. Leroy hasn't had his best game either. He's a good defensive player, though, so I'm more tempted to leave him on. Let's give it again. Show some passion. No, what did I say? Demand more. Let's just sit these fullbacks now a little bit. We don't need them bombing on as much. Here we go again from the corner. Can we do something? It's somehow managed to find its way over. I think it was Hughes in the end that's put that over the top. Do we want to change anything else here? Let's give it a tighten up when we can. Just make sure we keep things together here, boys. Let's be more disciplined now. Let's start and close this thing down. Again, it's not as comfortable as it perhaps looked like it was going to be. But have we done just enough here to see us through? 15 seconds to go. We may just have done it. Keep your heads here, boys. We don't want to concede a stoppage time equaliser. That would be devastating. Silla's done really well. He's nicked that. Composed. We play it out from the back. Let's be a little bit sensible. There we go. That's a huge, huge win. Not as comfortable as it possibly should have been. But we did see there was a lot of corners in there. So, what do we say to that? We got away with one. It's just a good win. It was a good win. So there we go, Money in the Bank. It wasn't a classic, but 2 goals from Rashid. Wonderful stuff from you, mate. Good to see you back on a little bit of form. We're looking at our Brazilian guy, looking at our Brazilians, or just the one, just Rodrigo. Gaz and Chris Hughes are being looked at for England as well. Guys, wait right there. We'll be back for Old Trafford. Can we get a win over United as well? Okay, welcome back. It is time for Manchester United. Now, they are still a Jose Mourinho coach team. I really don't like it. Now, I'm pretty sure we beat them in the Champions League final last year as well, didn't we? So, yeah, we know what we're going to get from them. They're the favourites for this game, which is slightly annoying. But they're a cautious, direct team, aren't they? Because that's the way that Mourinho plays. And it's really annoying. This is the formation that we're expecting them to play. They did lose last time out against Stoke. So hopefully we'll take some solace from that. You can see their heat map and passing network there as well. Let's have a look at the team that we are sending out to hopefully get something at Old Trafford. And it is Gaz Mosley in goal. It's Nepo, Rodrigo, Forster and Fiorini. It's AR coming in for Tonali. Leroy and Silla continue in midfield. Rashid and Marin continue with Chris Hughes up top. Just the 1 or 2 changes for this one. So there we go. They are lining up as expected. Now, Pellegrini is a really, really good striker, so we'll have to keep an eye out for him. He was, if you remember, I'm pretty sure I tried to sign him. If we go back to the summer transfer window. Now, what does Stig say? He says, do it for the fans. All right, go out there, give the fans their money's worth. Some calm, we have faith. And, yeah, let's see what we can do here. Because this is going to be tough. This is one of those where, similar to if you saw the Hearts save yesterday against Rangers, it's a similar sort of game to that, where a draw is fine, but we really need to win to try and keep pace with the teams at the top of the table. Let's see what we can do. Nepo for AR. Nice ball for... There we go. We're pinging that around nicely. Can Leroy find some place for a shot? Maybe Silla can. We need just the last killer ball here, don't we? Here goes Marin. Here goes Marin! No! Just can't quite wrap his foot around it. Unlucky there. Whenever you play a Jose Mourinho team, the first goal is always important, isn't it? Because if we can get the first goal, we can sit back and just try and hit them on the break. Here goes Nepo for Leroy, back for AR. What's he got? Silla. They're really sticking to us here, aren't they? Can we get a ball in? It's decent. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a Stonewall penalty. There we go. Rashid goes down. He's going to take it. He's a horrible penalty taker. I don't usually do this, but I don't trust him. I just don't trust him. We're going to go with Alpha Silla. Usually I let the game decide, but I don't trust. Rashid has missed too many. Go on, Alpha. Come on, mate. Come on. Come on. Oh, Alpha Silla. There we go. Excellent stuff. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. We will go back to counter-attack now. We will make them come on to us. We will demand a little bit more here if we can. There we go. And Alpha Silla. We don't really have many good penalty takers from what I've seen there. I don't know what it is about Rashid, but he has missed more penalties than he's taken this year. Here we go, a chance for Rodrigo to knock one in. Oh, it's decent. It's really, really good, actually, from that angle. We've seen him, haven't we? We've seen him on the closing day of the Premier League to wrap up our first Premier League title, get a goal like that. So, it's only just missed out there too. Here we go. We've got work to do here from the corner defensively. Edge of the area. Close him down, boys. Close him down. It's just about hack clear. Dybala at Manchester United. Now that sounds like it could happen in real life. I find it amazing how often in Football Manager a player that signs in Football Manager actually goes and signs in real life for just any random club. What I want to have a look here is Rashid, just to see exactly how bad he is at penalties. Reports. Is it stats? How do we see this? Pens scored 2. Okay, so he's not as bad as I thought. Oh no, he's missed one for us. He must have missed one last year or maybe in pre-season. Anyway, I've definitely seen him miss penalties. He just apparently only scores for his country. But good, fair play. There's usually more pressure on that, isn't there? Here we go, Silla. Corner in, back post, it's there, it's again there for Jan Forster, and that is 2-0. It was Chris Hughes at the back post that got the header back across goal, and Forster's there to knock in his first goal of the year. It's 2-0, and that is amazing, amazing stuff. Again, we'll give it a demand more here. Good header, and decent finish from a tight angle there. Flirting with offside as well, I dare say. But got the job done, Jan Forster. Well done. This has been a good performance so far, hasn't it? Really, really positive. We just need to make sure that we do keep our heads second half here. It's going to be an assertive, don't get complacent. Rashid's gone back to his form of not really doing it for us, but he got the job done against Atletico Madrid, so we're not going to complain about him too much. Just lacking consistency a touch this year, though. That's the disappointing thing. Hughes has done okay up there up front. We'll get back out there. There is an international break after this game, so we don't have to worry about match fatiguing our players because they're going to be going off. They're either going to have 2 weeks off or they're going to be going off to play for their countries in any case. Throw some praise out. So we don't have to necessarily worry. If they're going to come back fatigued, they're going to come back fatigued anyway. That wasn't a great ball in from Alpha Silla. Now, are we going to pay the price for that? Here you go. Oh, could we have won that? Could we have won that? Ball crossed into the box. It's dangerous. Gaz Mosley makes a stunning save. Well done, Gaz. That makes up for that slightly dodgy one against Atletico Madrid there. Work to do again from the corner. Mark up, boys, away. There we go, edge of the area. They recycle and go again. Can we get a block in? Can we get a block in? Not quite. Oh, we've done well there, though. Marin hacks it into touch. It's going to be a Manchester United line out, but that's okay. All right. Do we need to make changes here? Yet again, Marin hasn't had a classic episode, has he? Off the first game, we had to sub him off. Oh, good block there by Rodrigo. It comes in again. Oh, it's a stunning save from Gaz, and we are under pressure here. Let's maybe just go back to positive. Let's stop inviting them onto us. Oh, wait. We've done well there. We've done really well there. Fiorini it was with the header. And another block, and it's another corner. This is good defensive play. We'll just tell them to concentrate, keep their heads here. Forster hacks it clear. It's just... Oh, what is Kepa doing? That is interesting goalkeeping. I don't think Mourinho would have liked that. But he got away with it, and Manchester United come at us again here. They're definitely having a go at us, aren't they? And that is horrible. Did I close the lines up? I did close the lines up. I did that after I sort of did the team. I just double checked that and closed up the lines. So, Fiorini to Silla. Fiorini's had a decent game defensively. That's not a good ball from Silla though. You know what we might need to do is just be a little bit more disciplined with our passing here. We're under pressure here. We are massively under pressure. That is not the best shot we've ever seen either. We might just be more disciplined. We might take it off, exploit the flanks. We might also just look to hit early crosses into the box. Yeah, we might make some changes here too. We will bring Rodrigo on again for Marin. We'll leave Rashid on because his performance has picked up a little bit. You can see Fiorini is really quite tired. But we don't really have an option to bring on for him. The good thing about the Kostic injury coming when it did is that he might just about be ready to go after the international break. So that could be a blessing in disguise. Nepo's looking quite tired. We have Dali on the bench, so we'll use him. And we also have a tired-looking Leroy, so we will bring on Bal for him. He's a little bit more defensively minded as well, which is possibly what we need right now. Let's go to a central midfielder as well. We don't need a Mazzella at this point. We want to try and keep it tight through the middle. But it's looking as though with just 2 minutes to go, we might have done enough here to... we better not lose from here, that's for sure, but we might have done enough to make sure we win this. As long as this highlight isn't a Manchester United goal, I think we can relax. Here goes Silla. Can he thread a through ball? He can. It's Rodrigo! Oh, how has he missed? I was celebrating. He's put it past the post. That is a shocking miss from Rodrigo. An absolutely shocking miss. But, I mean, it says they've had a lot of shots. We haven't really seen it from... this second half, they've been a lot better, though, haven't they? But I tell you what, with 45 seconds to go, they're not scoring twice. So we have come to Old Trafford. We have got a really, really good result in the end. It's going to be at least a 2-0 win, at least a 2-1 win anyway. Cross comes in, it's away. It's not the best header clear. Diawara puts it over the bar, and that will be that. Excellent stuff this episode, boys. Excellent stuff. We've ground out to massive, important results there. Really, really proud of that. That's a good effort. And that's a good Manchester United team too. Look at some of those names in that lineup. So we've done really, really well. Let's give it a passionate well done, boys. We'll see you after the international break. And hopefully there will be more of that. Now, that was the early kickoff, I believe, which is why we've gone top. So don't get too excited. Liverpool still will have 2 games in hands now. Really good performance from Forster as well, wasn't it? Really happy with that. We're looking pretty solid defensively this year. Rodrigo is not going to Paris, so you can give up on that. He's being looked at for the next Brazil team as well. But if we have a look at what all that means for the league tables, there are 2 games in hand, but we are top. 33 points from 13 games is not a bad return. Top of the Champions League group as well. It's happy days all around here, I think. So that's it for today, though, guys. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And, of course, ring the bell if you want to know when I upload new episodes. And I think we come straight back, to be honest. We haven't seen Ajax yet in the Champions League. I think we want to see us play Wolves as well for the derby. So that will be next episode. And of course, if we win that game against Ajax, if Mönchengladbach do us a favour against Atletico Madrid, we could seal top spot. But a win there would almost certainly, well, it would seal us progression into the knockout round. So that's all for next time, guys. Until then, open Aussie Villa, and thank you so much for watching. And here are our goals of the month for October. Take care.